everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game features a team that can get it done on the ground. The Jets lead the league in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Browns, who will need to be stout up front.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. Time with Johnson, and he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Fake to Johnson. Now Kessler. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. They stare up now at a 3rd and long. Kessler and company needing something big after the sack. Play fake to Johnson. Now Kessler in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Jordan Evans in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken at the 37. Nifty footwork at the 45. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On the give, this is their fullback. And some room to roam now. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. This guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Carry here for their fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back into that Philly. Here first carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit for Todd Bowles. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game. So a bullet dodge there defensively. They surrender excellent field position on the kick return, but it winds up not costing them a thing.
And that's a tough sequence of events from an offensive perspective. The inability to get first downs leads to the field goal try. And the inability to cash that in leads to nothing on the scoreboard.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Second down, here's Kessler. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Throwing is Kessler on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And, a good hit there and knocked down hard at the 24-yard line. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds, getting it across the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. He's the reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively, they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Over.
Now back to throw. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 54 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Here we go now. Detroit. Over.
And they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11.
Now let's go. Watch it now, Barney.
Back to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Well, he got an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And he'll be happy he got a second chance so quickly after missing the first one. Now he's got the confidence back up before we even finish the first quarter.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Looking to throw, Kessler throwing left side here, and it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On second down, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Design run for their wideout. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On second down, Kessler toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And that takes us from second to third down. Looking to pass, Kessler. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jamie Collins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
To throw now in his own end zone. He's going to fire one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They go to Johnson again. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. And now it's Kessler. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. 31 yards there and a first down.
They gashed him in a big way on that last run, and defense fortunate to tackle him on the 2-yard line, but doesn't necessarily mean that there's something wrong with the defense's plan. And that's the one thing the coordinator has to do to make sure the confidence stays high. Okay, sometimes they're going to get a big play against us. That doesn't mean we change everything and abandon our game plan, but now they have to stiffen and try and keep him out of the end zone.
No. Check. Patriot. Here we go now. Green, 39.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's the fullback taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Two minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout.
Here we go now. Over. Leopard. Check four. Here we go now.
Again, it's Johnson. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Here we go now. 3-19. Gone. Coming for you, son.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll throw with Kessler. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Now let's go. Blue line. Leopard. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. No. Check.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Here we go with Johnson. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Hurry up. Here we go. Green, 39.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Let's go. Brand 38.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here we go now. Green 39.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. No. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Kessler now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. The Browns on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Kessler. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Kessler throwing now. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Fresh set of downs here. Johnson running left. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Let's go.
They try the left side with Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll run it with Johnson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing. And as a player, that means an awful lot.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Trying to run it in. Johnson. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now, there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
And they will line up now for the two-point try. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
That one, 28 yards on the ground.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all the...
There he goes, left side. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
There's a 20th carry for Johnson, and he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right at the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Here we go now.
On third down, Kessler. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Back now here EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken around the 12. Look at the spin.
Balance.
Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
All right, here we go. Gun! Look at 56. Look at 56.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Okay, we all know it's turned into a passing league in the NFL, but that doesn't mean people still don't like to run the football. When you run it that successfully, your offensive line is fired up. What they want to do each and every game is run block. Get out and smack some people. I would say go ahead and run it again.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And this Jets offense continues to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he is knocked down from the side. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
And that's another big-time run, and it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
Watch 89. Watch 89. Watch it now, boy. Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Last stop. Last stop. Now let's go.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Here we go.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Trick. Got trick. Got 3. All right, here we go.
And now they'll throw it with Kessler. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. And Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done.